DJ, how you doing? How goes it? Dude, I got to change this ASAP. Hey, what's going on, Super? How you doing? Oh man, my stream. I had to hit refresh, and it's being all weird. I don't know what I'm... something happened with the Rams defense. 3rd and 9? Is that what that says? Yeah, 3rd and 9. Fans are going crazy about something. What'd they miss? Fans just got real mad. What happened? The broadcast not talking about it. Pass interference? Hold? Oh! Short by a yard. Do they go for it? This is on Fox right now. They're going for it. 4th and 1 on their own 40. At the 45. That was bad. Incomplete. At that point, just hand the ball off. Are you asking, am I feeling better? Because I'd been sick? Yeah, I'm feeling much better now. Thank you for asking. Stafford all day to a wide open Puka Nacua. Already at the 29-yard line. What game are you playing? They went for it on 4th and 1. Now they're immediately in field goal range. Now they hand the ball off. And he gets like a 6-yard gain. Carolina Panthers in a snap of the fingers about to be behind. Game is already over. It's done. It was a bad play call on the 4th and 1. They needed to just hand the ball off. Trust that your run game can get 1 yard. If it can't, then you can't win. I mean, for the Panthers, it's all about forcing turnovers here. Forcing field goals and turnovers. I mean, Kevin Patullo doesn't know how to do that. They're already at 15, 14. Matthew Stafford, wide open touchdown to Puka Nacua. I mean, it was 3 wide open passes to Puka. You cannot get any more wide open than that. In the end zone, That's why you got to have a better fourth down call than what they did. What's going on, man? How you doing? KJ. KJ in the house. 7-0. You were worried. You were worried about the Panthers. I agree with that, Luca. The most valuable person on the Rams is Sean McVay. You remain humble until the game is over. That's because you got burned these last couple of weeks, these last few weeks, really. That's why. You've learned your lesson. Stafford versus Rodgers in the Super Bowl. I don't know. They'll be playing for, like, what is it? AARP or something? For Social Security? The Social Security Bowl? There you go. That's what it could be. Pats versus Rams. All these Super Bowls sound weird to me, honestly, when we're throwing out all these random teams. You're just like, wait, what? The Steelers? The Patriots? I've gotten so used to the same teams again and again and again and again and again. Do I think the Panthers cover? Man, I didn't like what I saw in that first drive, so I don't know. I didn't like what I saw on both offensively and defensively on both drives. So score could be we could be looking like the college game last night. Just an NFL fan. Just an NFL fan. Four plays, 45 yards, 1 minute, 51 seconds, and a touchdown. Ooh, Carolina. At that point, I would have just punted, trusted my defense, or hand the ball off for 1 yard. I got my Puka TD, but I took the Panthers plus 10, figuring they were at home in the weather. Well, the weather's been fine now, but it could get windy and it might rain in an hour. Bryce didn't do anything wrong so far. Bryce hasn't gotten the chance to fold or do anything. But now he's already down by 7. Do you think Trevor Lawrence would have a different career with another team, or did he need to build to this guy? I think it was a combination. I think if he got to a better place early on, he would have been better. But I do think he needed to mature. I think he was probably feeling like he was, going to conquer very easily because of how his pre-NFL career unfolded. The only thing Bryce Young did wrong was play for the Panthers. I don't know. Dave Canales, second season as Panthers head coach. First playoff appearance as head coach. Yeah, Panthers got to score here. The score is 7-0. 11 minutes to go in the first quarter. Carolina Panthers have the ball at their own 28-yard line. And you handed the ball off and you got a first down. Why didn't you do that on 4th and 1? They were already trying to outthink the field. Just do what you know. The Panthers owner, the guy who spilled drinks on people, I think that was him, right? Oh, the Raiders are definitely drafted Mendoza. Nice little check down. Check down for 7 yards. Isn't the NFL is a disgrace letting Diggs play? I mean, it's not, it's innocent till proven guilty. That's just the way the NFL works now these days. Do you think the Eagles should tank for Mike McDaniel? Tank? I don't think you tank. What do you mean tank? There is a flag down and a lineman for the Panthers looks injured. They took the penalty. And the left tackle is down. Where was the hold? And they're down a lineman. That's always good. So did you make picks? I put them in the comment section. Losses, lose this playoff game so that they can try to get McDaniel. Losing this playoff game or winning the playoff game won't change their ability to get McDaniel at all. That's why I don't know what you mean. They're gonna tank. They're gonna lose on purpose. Was a big hole, just enough to pull him down with him. I don't know, man. He buckled pretty quickly. He got run over. An accusation shouldn't keep a player from playing. If it was the case, just create an accusation to get other teams. Oh, I thought you said it was a big hold. Patullo is going to be gone after the comments Hurts made. Surprised he didn't cover it unless I missed it. What comments did he make? I didn't see. And when did he make these comments? Oh, look, a Patrick Mahomes commercial. I guess that's the only time we're going to see Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs, is on State Farm commercials. I thought that a team could only start making changes when their season is over. Yeah, but they're not going to, losing right now doesn't automatically now just put them in yeah, they would be able to make those moves earlier, but I don't know if you're not going to lose your first playoff game in hopes of trying to just get another coordinator. I'd have to see the clip myself to make sure that that's my interpretation of it. See what he says. Can you tell me what he said? Well, that's what's interesting. If McDaniel gets hired quickly, I mean, I'm pretty sure Howie Roseman can probably still call McDaniel and say, "Hey, bud, how you doing? Sorry you got fired. Why don't we get together for coffee?" Harbaugh and Lamar to Miami. I could see Harbaugh going to Miami. I don't know if Lamar is going to be there now. That would be crazy. Fourth and 9. McMillan overthrew him. Had him. Overthrew him. The coordinator in stride with the position they've put me in. This coordinator in stride with the position they put me in for the very quiet and stoic Hurts. This is practically this coordinator. Well, I don't know. You're just giving me random. I gotta see the whole quote. He just referred to him as this coordinator. And with the position they've put me in. Good special teams play. The full quote is above. Hold on. Hurts on if the decline in quarterback runs kept him healthy. No, the season has just gone the way it is. This approach this year and the way the games have been called with this coordinator, it's just kind of gone that way. I've taken it in stride and giving my best with the position they've put me in. Yeah, I agree. That's I think that's fair. I did not see that. McDaniel and Stefanski are the top offensive coaches on the market. I'd want him getting hired as an OC before the Eagles even get a chance. Well, those guys are all. Everyone's going to be looking for are going to be looking for a head coaching job. So McDaniel's going to want a head coaching job. Cliff Kingsbury's going to want a head coaching job. Stefanski, and there's enough to go around for everyone. So, he's getting carted off now. So he's done. But, yeah. Well, listen, Kevin Patullo getting hired, that's Howie Roseman's fault. Howie Roseman at that point has to take the blame. And so, listen, it's not as bad as what the Commanders are doing. They let go of Cliff Kingsbury, and they promoted David Blah. I don't even know how you say it. I forget how you even say his name. Who was in the NFL for 5 years as a backup practice squad guy, has zero coaching experience in his entire life. And he is now the offensive coordinator for the Washington Commanders. That is bad. That is so bad. I think after the Super Bowl, they wanted to give Nick more power. I mean, what's more power at that point? Just for you to, like, hire a coordinator? I mean, I don't know. There's always someone to hire. It's not just, hey, let's go just promote this guy from within who's never had any play calling experience. Peterson got fired over them not letting him pick the staff after he started losing. Yeah, but that's because Peterson started to overplay his hand and thought he was a better coach than he was. And now here he is. And then Peterson was angry and was pushing back. And now he's not a coach in the NFL, you know? That was a good stop. You're ahead. I'm live. I was when you said that, I didn't know which one that was. Based on these two drives, can anyone actually say the division winners shouldn't matter? Anyone should be. I mean, that's how football works, man. Then you're just not going to play for divisions. We're just going to change how the NFL is played. Can't do that. This is about to be a game. Big momentum stop right there. Yeah, it was. Should have went Devontae on that play. Coverage was off. Where are you guys at right now in your stream? Because someone commented and they were like way early on it. I'm live. The punt is now. And it took a nice little roll. Now it's out of bounds. Is that where you guys are? You're at commercial break. Well, mine's going into commercial break. I still see a replay now of the stop. Now it's going into commercial. Yeah, I'm on YouTube TV. Now I see a commercial. Cavante. How you doing? Long time no speak. I believe if the Jags lose this game or even the next, I believe the narrative will kind of reset for us. I believe if we don't at least play in the playoffs, we won't be looked at as a true. I don't know. I think it all depends on how how the this is to me. This is just year one with Trevor and Liam. I'm seeing things about 15 seconds before you. Yeah, I'm gonna hit refresh in a second, but that doesn't really do much because I'm as live as I can get. I'm just live. Kingsbury will want a head coaching position in the future. At least McDaniel has proven to be a bad head coach, but can be. Kingsbury has done the exact same thing. He was a head coach in Arizona, and they both pretty much had similar levels of success. And I'm not so sure that McDaniel was necessarily a bad head coach. And Cliff Kingsbury was a great OC. He helped Jaden Daniels have the greatest rookie season of all time. The Broncos don't play this week. We got over a week until the Broncos play. Yeah, he was a head coach in Arizona, and he had Kyler Murray in the MVP conversation, and they were like undefeated, and then they got decimated with injuries. And Kyler Murray has proven to not be such a great quarterback. He got benched. So Cliff Kingsbury did some great things with him. Oh, I see. Meanwhile, I'm excited to see who the Broncos play this week. Oh my God, Bryce Young getting housed. I mean, what was that block? He didn't have a chance. What's it now? 2nd and 20? 2nd and 19. 2 sacks. At their own 10. Oh my God. That was a good play to get it out, man. I looked like that was going to be a safety. So Bryce Young is actually looking comfortable, at least mentally. Like he's not unsettled. That's what I see so far. I think Mike McDaniel, as much as I dislike him, had a rough deal in Miami with Tua situation. Yeah, I think that's totally fair. Listen, I think he'll be awesome as an offensive coordinator. He's probably not the best head coach, to be fair. But I think he'll still eventually get another opportunity. First down when they had 2nd and 19. That's what I'm saying. Bryce Young is looking comfortable. He's looking comfortable. Tyreek injury for sure. And just Tyreek in general being Tyreek. If you forgot how good teams are, what would be the most fun Super Bowl matchup for me? Ooh. Let me think about that for a second. If I forgot how good teams are, what would be the most fun? Do you mean like with the people that are in the playoffs right now or just in general now? Can I pick any teams? Any 2 teams? Bryce Young, you needed to just commit to the run and you at least would have gotten a couple yards. I wouldn't want McDaniel to be my coach. I wouldn't want McDaniel to be my head coach. I wholeheartedly agree with that. Broncos Panthers rematch. If I thought of just it's hard for me to forget how good teams are and try to pick what would be the most interesting or entertaining. trying to think. Witherspoon's down. All right. That gives me a second to think about it now. When you guys ask me these hypothetical questions, I always want to give like the best answer that I can. Let me think. The most interesting Patriot? No. The Bills. The Bills would be in there because it's Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills, and they never won a Super Bowl. And Bills, maybe the Bears, because it's like two starving franchises in the Super Bowl. Or the Eagles, because the Eagles have already taken down Tom Brady. In the last decade, they've taken down Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, and now you have another one who's trying to enter the equation, and you take them down, then you take down like three of the greatest quarterbacks. Or like an Aaron Rodgers Super Bowl. The reason, so on one side, an Aaron Rodgers, someone said this earlier, Steelers versus Rams Super Bowl. We were joking that it would be like an old man Super Bowl. The annoying thing about that is that that's all the conversation will be about. The heck? My stream just paused. What the heck is going on here? So I had a limit. Teams in the playoffs, personal for me. Could count how good the teams are currently. Which Super Bowl matchup with current teams do you want to see? Again, Bills, Bears would really be interesting to me. Eagles, Bills would be really interesting to me. A rematch between like the Eagles and the Patriots would be interesting to me. Broncos versus Bears, because that's the whole Bo Nix versus Caleb, would be interesting to me. There's a lot of really fun matchups, honestly. Like, that's what's really cool about this year. Thank you so much, Cody. I really appreciate it. Yeah, again, a Lions-Bills Super Bowl is what Colin was hoping for last year. And it was just, one team was guaranteed to finally get over that hump. Third and 6 at their own 36. Carolina Panthers. Bryce Young. Hard count. Calls hike. Drops back. Flush out of the pocket. Lets it go. First down. They're converting these third downs. My two babies. Yeah, the Broncos and the Seahawks. Yeah. Well, you had me thinking in a different way. Listen, the Broncos and the Seahawks make the Super Bowl. I'm giving the most epic victory lap y'all have ever seen in your life. 49ers, I'm sure, are pretty hungry, too. A lot of older legends, but no Super Bowls there. Yeah. But we just saw them lose in the Super Bowl a couple years ago. So. Whoa. I couldn't. That was a great quick throw. I thought it hit off a lineman or something. I didn't even see it go into the hands of McMillan. I totally missed that. Let me see this again. Oh, yeah, that hit him quick. Cross midfield. The score is 7-0. Los Angeles Rams, Carolina Panthers have the ball at like the 45-ish. 1st and 10. Minute 40 to go in the first quarter. 44-yard line. Bryce Young is switching everyone around. They're on a 4-minute drive right now. 7 plays, 37 yards. Bryce Young is really doing a lot of stuff pre-snap right now. Calls hike. Did he do a good job? And it was an interception. It popped right into the Rams' hands. I don't know what. There was a flag, though. Probably after the fact. You had momentum going. What happened here? Why did he stop? And a 15-yard penalty on Carolina. That is such bad route running. Wow. Now they're at 50. And they hand the ball off. And a big 8-yard run. The Rams are facing the easiest teams in the playoff. Right now they are, for sure. The refs are helping the Rams? I don't know about that. Second and 2. Kobe Parkinson with a fingertip catch. That could have been a tip interception if he didn't get that. Let's see this. Oh, yeah. That wouldn't have been an intercepted because there was no one else around, but yeah, that was like a Spider-Man catch. They're about to go down 14-0. Going into the commercial break. Stream's got me dizzy. It's all like glitchy right now. Super annoying. Don't know why. Let me see if I can fix this bad boy. You know what? Let me unplug that. See if that helps. Bad coaching by the Panthers right now. Well, I didn't like their 4th down call, that's for sure. And I didn't like having Bryce Young making all these adjustments at the line of the scrimmage right now. I just think you got to make things easier for him. And how many times have they even ran the ball right now? I want to see that. I feel like they only handed the ball off like once. Let me see. Yeah, they've handed the ball off 3 times. They've had Bryce Young throw the ball 12 times in the first quarter. He's on pace for nearly 50 passes. And they've had two good runs, 1 carry, 5 yards, 1 carry for 4 yards, and 1 carry for 1 yard. So they had all that momentum. Bryce Young made a couple of nice passes. It would have been okay to just hand the ball off there. Let me see. On the interception, it was 8 plays. It was pass, 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 4-yard run, pass, pass, interception. I just think you got to have a little bit more of a rhythm here to it. Why can't I see? There we go. The Panthers are playing with too much urgency at the moment. Yeah, I think that's fair. Oh, and a big run, as per usual. What? How was that play not called dead? The Rams are also getting these chunk runs. This is what they do all the time. I mean, they love getting these 5-6 yard chunk runs again and again and again. They have the most successful run game in the NFL. You stop that run, you make things a lot more difficult for how the Rams want to operate offensively. And that's a big stop here. Forcing a field goal would be huge, but I bet the Rams would go for it here. I feel bad for the Panthers. Don't feel bad. Their lives are pretty good. The Panthers are playing with too much urgency. Bad coaching by the Panthers right now. Okay, I'm all caught up. They're gonna definitely go for it. This is 2-down territory for the Rams. They're not kicking a field goal here. Yeah, Stafford's passing the ball, and he gets it. Man, my stream is so jittery. I'm gonna lose my mind here. All right, where are they at now? They are at the 10-yard line, 1st and goal. Definitely 4-down territory. Hands the ball off. Kyron Williams takes it for 5 yards. 2nd and 5 and goal. 7-0. 12:40 to go. Stafford is 6 for 6 with 74 yards and a touchdown. Trying to take the lead, go up 14-0. 18 passing touchdowns of 5 yards or less. Leads the NFL 33 in red zone this season. Yeah. That's a lot of red zone touchdowns. You know what that means? It's a lot of Sean McVay. Wow. Literally threw the ball behind the line of scrimmage, and Puka Nacua just bodied his way through for a touchdown. Those are the stops that the Panthers have to be able to get. He got the ball like 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage, was hit like 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and then just ping-ponged his way into the end zone. Well, yeah, I mean, you're saying essentially they're going to be shut out at half. I think that's fair. Thank you, Harrison. I appreciate it. Carolina needs to, it's not a matter of this quarter. They need to score this drive. This game is about to be 45-7. So Puka ACL? What are you talking about? They'd get one. They'll be resting. They'll be putting in their backups to get ready for next week. What was I about to say? Oh, the Rams. Yeah, the Rams, if there's no upsets, then the Rams would be playing the Seahawks in the divisional round. If there's just one upset, then the Rams will be playing the winner between the Bears and the Eagles. Whoever isn't upset. If there's 2 upsets, then the Rams would play the 49ers. And no, and then the Packers would play the Seahawks. Yeah, so the Rams versus Seahawks, the way you get that is if the Eagles and the Bears both win. Then you get an Eagles-Bears divisional round. Well, that's the thing. They didn't run the ball. He's already passed the ball 12 times, Bryce Young. If the Bears make it to the Super Bowl, I'll personally donate. Okay, you do that, buddy. That's on you. The Broncos' motto for the playoffs is climb higher. I didn't see it. I can't keep up with all the sayings that everyone has. Go, Pack, go. Bear down. Keep pounding. I'm already forgetting all the other ones. I don't remember. All right, Carolina. People say bear down all the time. Bear down. That's just what people say. Can't help you. Maybe you aren't locked into Chicago enough. See? Young man knows it. Buddy, I love Matthew Stafford. Why would I hate watching Matthew Stafford do anything? And Matthew Stafford is literally throwing to wide open. What Bryce Young just did right there with that scramble and that pass is better than anything Matthew Stafford has done in this game. And it's not even particularly close. Bryce Young just had to avoid 2 defensive players for a tackle, for a sack, and then just made a beautiful throw, rolling to his left. What's my take if the Jags destroy the Bills tomorrow? I mean, that won't have anything to do with Josh Allen. It'll be about the Jags being a better team than the Bills. I think it's because you aren't biased that people think you hate everyone. It's just no matter what I say, people say that I hate them. Like if I think that Matthew Stafford isn't the MVP, it automatically means that I hate them. Or that I was saying, oh, it'd be interesting to see if Carolina. I said, oh, if Carolina wins this game, like it'll shock the NFL. And they're like, yeah, you just hate Los Angeles. And I'm like, what? I said I trust Los Angeles Rams more than any other team. But right, I could be objective and say, right now, Bryce Young is working way harder than Matthew Stafford. I'm not saying that Bryce Young is a better quarterback than Matthew Stafford, but his job right now is a lot harder, and he's playing better. Matthew Stafford has made no difficult throws this game yet, but already has 2 touchdowns and probably has a 100% completion percentage. That was a nice catch, nice throw. Whoa! Nice little run. See, you learned your lesson. You made a couple big throws, then you said, I'm going to hand the ball off now. Hand the ball off again at 2nd and 3. And you know what? Hand the ball off again. He tripped up on his own guy that I think actually kind of helped him because it made him kind of already start falling down. And then he was able to kind of like fall over the defender in a way that got like an extra yard or so. Man, Bryce Young is having no time in the pocket. I mean, he's calling hike, and it's just all on him. Yet, my Broncos, you're my guy. I'm still messing with you. Oh, I know. If you had to put a percent on it, would Rams' offense effectiveness be more McVay or more percent? I put it more on McVay than anything, but the talent is also elite. Flag flies, pass interference. First and goal at the 1 yard line, baby. They got to score because we got to have a game that's interesting right now. Oh, yeah, he was holding him, hugging him, and then he has the audacity to be like, what? I didn't do anything. So you don't have to look, actually. It's actually really weird. Depending on who you ask, you don't actually have to look. But if you ask another person, they'll say you will. I'm convinced nobody actually knows the rules. Now you got to just hand the ball off. You got to just get a touchdown. And then we got ourselves a game. Handed the ball off and a touchdown. Carolina Panthers, baby. You said that I said the Panthers scoring 7 seemed rich. See, I already won for today. Unless they miss their extra point. Don't miss the extra point and make me look bad. I said the Panthers were getting at least 7. You say calling up good play calls. Bryce Young carried a lot of Bryce Young made a bunch of throws that he was flushed out of the pocket. That's what I'm saying. Bryce Young has been looking good. And I'm not some Bryce Young fan. Like I would like to see Bryce Young succeed. But like I'm actually really impressed. Oh, okay. They made the extra point. I was right. Nobody could say I was wrong. For the rest of the day, for the rest of the night, just know that I said, I know I'm on a delay. I don't know what else to do. I'm 100% live on here. I can't get any more live. I think, hold on. Isn't there a way? Let me see. Although I think it'll be worse. Because I think what happens too is when you stream, sometimes it automatically gives you a delay.
I just meant like.
Let me see. YouTube TV delay. Let me see. Reduce broadcast delay. A new feature which allows you to select the 3-dot menu. See, I'd done this before. I think they maybe got rid of it. Select broadcast delay. Yeah, see, mine doesn't have that anymore. Yeah. I think it might be so you can't rebroadcast it. Well, I'm not doing that, so just so YouTube knows. But I'm trying to look. YouTube ensures, as a result, you'll often be up to a minute behind the action. Are you guys on YouTube TV too? This one small change makes a difference. Yeah, there's nowhere for me to change it right now. I go to the settings. There's no option there. I go to close player report, video stats for nerds, copy debug. No. Do you have a commercial right now? What's your commercial right now? I assume you're in Buffalo? Stafford does all his work pre-snap with his brain and post-snap with his arm. He doesn't need to run around. Also, don't discredit him for having a good coach. I'm not discrediting him at all. I think you're honestly confused by my takes on Matthew Stafford. My commercial, I think, was, I don't know. Well, now I see Hubbard dive into the crowd in a replay. Did you hear that if the Broncos make the AFC Championship game, J.K. Dobbins will be back? I did not. Now they're showing my man drinking Gatorade. Oh, he's not talking to me now? Are you sure? I thought he was talking to me. I don't know. I'm paying too much attention of trying to figure out how to change my delay. I guess I'm just a delay. Now he just need it. The kickoff took a knee. Now we're watching Stafford slowly walk. And then it says, who will take this year's biggest awards? Thursday, February 5th on NBC and NFL Network. That's what I'm seeing. Touchdown, punt, touchdown. All right, Carolina. Hey, dude. I love your streams. What inspired you, man, to start the project? Hold on. I'm synced up with you perfectly. See, guys, maybe we all just have different qualities of stream. That's what I think it is. Oh, I'm way ahead of you then. Matthew Stafford, 6 for 6, 74 yards, 1 touchdown. False start. That was all Matthew Stafford's pre-snap processing. It caused the false start. Blame Matthew Stafford. Broncos. 2nd and 10. What happened for 1st and 10? Or no, wait, what was it? 1st and 5 then? Or 2nd and 5 originally? I don't even remember. I'm all confused. Watching games and talking at the same time, it's hard. Man in motion. Matthew Stafford. Quick pass. And a flag. Illegal man in motion. 10-yard penalty. Replay 2nd down. Do you take the penalty? Because then it'll be what, 2nd and 20? Oh, offsides. It's only a 5-yard penalty. So now it would be 2nd and 15 or 3rd and 5. I guess you take the penalty. You just never want to give McVay and Stafford another down. It says on the screen Stafford has 1 touchdown. Did the second touchdown? Oh, because it was maybe it was technically a backwards pass, which then I guess would see? Wide open. That's what I said. That's why maybe you just take the 3rd down. Don't give Stafford and company extra throws. Look how wide open he is. Look at it. You can't get any more wide open. Now they're already at the 30, inside the 35, and a handoff. They're doing a decent job of stopping the run. But they're already, I just feel like the Rams are in 4-down territory the whole way. I feel like anytime they're on 4th down, they're going for it. All right, I'll catch your static vids. I can't have you giving the game away. Sorry. I'm either too far ahead or too late for people. Timeout. Los Angeles. You can pause it and sync it up with me. This is better than listening to the broadcast. No way. I am not good play-by-play. You can always rewind the YouTube playback so his stream matches up. Yeah, see, that's what I was saying. Although, wait, I guess he can't because he's behind, and so he can't catch up. Unless we catch up at halftime. No, I guess that still wouldn't work. I'd have to pause it. Hello, Alex. All right, 2nd and 9. And a hike. Quick snap. Stafford's getting no pressure on him. Quick throw to Puka, who's been a stud. 3rd and 3. You're 21 seconds behind. Oh, so you pause my stream. I see what you're saying. I am not Greg Olsen. I agree with you very much so. Stafford lets it go out of bounds. 4th and 3 now. So, yeah, I'm curious. Are they going to kick the field goal or are they going to go for it here? Ooh, seems like some of you might already know the answer. Field goal team is going out here. I stand corrected. I was wrong. The first time I was wrong for tonight. 4th and 3. I'm surprised they're not going for it. Sean McVay's scared. Fourth and 3, 46-yard attempt. If you miss this, the Panthers are going to win. If he makes it, he got it. I'm sorry, Panthers fans. The game's over. I'm surprised they didn't go for it. The Panthers offense doesn't seem too scary. I think it's more about the Panthers defense at that point. But I don't know. It's the right move. You don't need to be too aggressive for the sake of it. You have the chance to go up 17-7, and your defense, most likely, you're banking on this, will take care of it. You're going to get the ball back, and you can score again. You could be up 24-7 or 20-7 and get the ball. You get the ball to start the second half. So, Panthers got to score here. I mean, it feels like the Panthers got to score every possession. Yeah, Greg Olsen was very much fine for them going for it. Which, going for it wasn't the worst move, but I just didn't like the play call. I'm watching this movie trailer right now. That was, I don't know what that was. Oh, yeah, they get the ball at the half. Yes, they do. The Rams secondary isn't great, so the Panthers need to push the ball downfield. They have been doing that, but Bryce Young can't get more than a second in the pocket. 2 bad calls on 3rd and short. You're saying Sean McVay is having bad play calling right now? The guy has been scheming every single guy wide open. Every single one of Matthew Stafford's throws have been to a receiver who has been open by at least 2 to 3 yards. and then you are want to say that those were bad play calls. KJ, buddy. You're like a Kansas City Chiefs fan right now. Give Stafford credit for throwing to wide open receivers? So in this game, you're rooting for the Panthers, not even be like David Goliath, because you're just rooting it for it to be exciting. No, I don't know. I don't want to watch a game that's like 35-7. It's just like, ugh, that's not fun. The Panthers scoring here, now you're talking about 17-14, like that's interesting. They don't score here, and Los Angeles scores. Then in a blink of the eye, the score is 24-7 going into the half, and then you're just like, I don't feel like, you're like, what am I doing? And so that's the thing. You want to say push down the field. They're showing highlights now of Bryce Young getting flushed out of the pocket every single time. 10 pressures on 18 dropbacks. Oh, so now they're missing multiple linemen. Rico Dowdle, 8-yard run. Hello, Joe. Hey, Joe, what do you know? You guys know what movie that's from? Hey, Joe, what do you know? Hard to be a good quarterback when you're 5'10". Yeah, listen, he's definitely small, but that's not the problem here. He literally has no protection. Eagles, 49ers. That'll be an interesting game. What do you think the score is going to be? Rico going nowhere. 24-17. Wow, so it's a close one then. Drew Brees was an outlier, though. He's an exception to the rule. Colin Cowherd tried to say that Jalen Hurts is like 5'10". He like shrunk him by like 4 inches. Thank you, DWS. Julian, do you think Bryce Young is good? I'm not going to say that I think Bryce Young is good, but I'm impressed with how he's been playing. Oh my God! How do you drop that ball? He was going to get like a 15-yard gain on that. Oh my goodness gracious. You guys are ruining the prospect of actually having a good competitive game right now. They got the ball 3 minutes and 50. They'll get the ball with like 3 minutes and 50 seconds. 2 timeouts and great field position. Thank you so much, Joe. Not great field position because they got a good roll. Thank you so much, Joe. I really appreciate that. It's very kind of you. I can't believe you dropped that ball. I can't believe you didn't throw a slightly more accurate ball. I just want a good, fun, competitive game. JCT, if they catch that ball, they win the Super Bowl. They drop that ball, they're not even beating the Rams now. That's the difference. You've been here since 17K. I feel like that was like a couple months into last season. So I appreciate it. Bryce Young has been fine. I mean, he's been actually pretty good. I've liked what I've seen out of him, honestly, tonight. Tonight's game will be competitive. We hope. I mean, that's the thing about football. 1 minute, it feels like it could be the most competitive game. The next minute, it just gets wide open. It just... Like, even here, the one interception was not Bryce Young's fault. And they scored a touchdown on that. Well, I appreciate it, Joe. August of 2023. Well, that's like the very beginning then. That was like the first time I ever made a video, I think. Yeah. So you were there when I had like 15 subscribers? I appreciate that. You were definitely an OG. Did you decide if you're going live during the birth? I think I am. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. I'm going to like, because since I'll be streaming the one, you know, like the first game, the second game, the third game, I'm just trying to figure out how I can make sure that I do everything that I need to do. Also, if I just need to turn the stream off. Also, I learned, although wait, why can't I do it now? I was able to do it before. Oh yeah. See, like I could do this. See? And then I could go like grab my food. But I'll see. See how it goes. It's the curse of being Josh Allen. Why? What about Josh Allen right now? Matthew Stafford, all day, throws to no one. See, Matthew Stafford struggles when he doesn't have a wide open receiver to throw the ball to. Did you guys notice that? Those 10 a.m. games get you, man. I missed a lot of football games at those 10 a.m.s because I'm like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Timeout. Wow, they had to burn that timeout. They had to burn the timeout. McVay had to call the timeout because Stafford he couldn't read the defense pre-snap. So McVay had to call the timeout to help him out. That was a good timeout by McVay, recognizing that his quarterback was confused by the Panthers defense. Because he is who he is. He'll get all the... Man, this thing's too low. Is there a way for me to, like, move this? No. He'll get all the blame if he doesn't. I know, man. But I'm so sick of those narratives. It's just such made-up nonsense. 3rd and 6. This is a big one. 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6. At their own 16. One-on-one, Devontae. He's letting him go. He's hot. Stafford lets it loose. And misses the throw. Overthrows him by a mile. Oh, Matthew Stafford. Yikes. Over his head by a mile. Look how open he is. Ooh. Ooh. And look at him. Stafford knows it. He goes, no, what am I doing? He goes, no, what am I doing? Ooh. Almost a blocked punt. Fair catch. He muffed the punt. Oh, my God. This is so bad. Dude. You just got 2 turn. What are you doing? It hit his face first. It hit his face first. I'm not so sure I ever saw that. This isn't panicking. This is just bad football. Let me see that again. Oh my gosh. They keep showing us Sean McVay. We get it. We know you have a crush on Sean McVay. Please stop showing us him every single time. You don't ever show any other coach that much. Wow. The Panthers were going to have the ball, 2 minutes and 44 seconds, 3 timeouts, a lot of good momentum. And now it's better that Matthew Stafford missed the wide open Devontae. Now they're handing the ball off. And of course, you're getting a big gash run of 8 yards. A Sean McVay, Kyron Williams, Blake Corum special. 2nd and 4. A 1 second ahead, 2 seconds ahead of the play clock before the 2-minute warning. So we'll see if they call a play here. Doesn't look like they're going to call a play. Are they? They're not really showing us them getting sent. Are they calling a play here? They're calling a play. They're handing the ball off. And he gets the first down and more. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Man, that is a bummer that just happened. I can't believe it. They just showed the replay again. It hit him straight in the head. Oh, my God. Guys, bro, no matter what, thanks for showing Panthers love. I got you, man. I'm trying. They're making it hard right now. They're making it hard right now. Punt returner needs to face his fears. The Rams keep their backs fresh. Those 2 guys are really good. Yeah, they are. Drake May about to cook tomorrow. It'll be interesting. The Chargers have great defense. NFC better teams, AFC better quarterbacks. I don't know how true that is right now. Who do you think the Ravens hire for Lamar Jackson? Nick is hoping Justin Herbert will choke. Also, he has no O-line, and so, struggling with no O-line makes sense considering we've seen Patrick Mahomes struggle with no O-line again and 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 again. I have no strong predictions in this moment of time, but I did leave a couple in the comments section. But like a game like this, for instance, right? If I said the Carolina Panthers are going to win this game, could I have foreseen a terrible muffed punt that hits the returner square in the head? Could I have foreseen that Bryce Young was going to throw a perfect ball that his receiver just decided to stop running the route that then led to an interception? Like, that's why predictions to me are always silly. And I try to stay away from them. Oh, and he's running. There's a flag. What's that going to be? Holding on offense? Holding offense. Plays coming back. No, I know it's all in fun. I agree with that. The problem is when I make videos here like this, though, it empowers people to get pretty wild. So that's why I'll usually make predictions or conversations when I'm talking about to other people in the comment section rather than making like videos itself about it. But it depends. Serious question. With McDaniel out there, yes, he could be a great DC. DC? OC? But I think our team and culture can handle Sirianni and McDaniel at the same time. Hold on. I think McDaniel would be great with the Philadelphia Eagles, without a doubt. I think that would be great. I think whoever gets McDaniel, I think you want McDaniel as the OC, not as a head coach. Which fumble? You mean the muff punt? Yeah, but if they score here, if they get a touchdown here, it's 24-7. That's a tough comeback. Even if they get 3 here, that's 20-7, and they get the ball back. I always call those fumbles as well. To me, like everything always ends up as just a fumble. Oh wow, you got him down. Oh, now they're fighting. Do not throw a flag. Both players are fighting each other. Do not throw a flag. Understand this game. Don't be dumb. So far, the refs did a good job there. I like it. 3rd and 12. I trust Joe's football knowledge to understand that he was talking about an offensive coordinator. I think McDaniel will end up as an OC for like the Giants. I don't know. Apparently, they're talking about hiring Brian Dable. Weird stuff. Weird stuff. Did you hear that? I still can't get over what the Commanders are doing at offensive coordinator. Giants fans, Eagles fans, Cowboys fans should rejoice, should celebrate. Oh! All right, big throw. 4th down. The clock stopped, so clearly somebody called a timeout. Carolina, I assume it would be Carolina. Yeah, they called the final timeout. Now it's 4th and 3. Do they kick a field goal, or are they going for it? Harbaugh probably will be coaching in Miami. They're going for it on 4th down. The guy the Commanders hired is elite? Are you being sarcastic right now? All of the media keep saying that Josh Allen is out of excuses. Man, media don't know what they're talking about. Julian, am I crazy to think Brian Dable will be a good OC? No, I don't think that's crazy at all. Oh, Stafford's about to run for the first down. Oh, he almost threw an interception. Was that almost intercepted or was that batted down? Wait, let me see this again. Or was that dropped? That was a big stop. Stafford had so much room to run, but he's, can't run. Oh, terrible throw on the run. Almost intercepted. Wow. Matthew Stafford could have ran for the first down, could have made a better throw on the run, and needed to take care of the ball, did none of the above. I don't know, man. Drake May makes that throw. Bryce Young makes that run. Jalen Hurts makes that run. Bro, Matthew Stafford wasn't even doing that at 28. No, some of these quarterbacks, I legitimately run better than them. The only person I constantly see hating on Josh Allen is that's because he's obsessed with Patrick Mahomes. The Panthers aren't even going to try to score here at this point. They're just going to try not to give the ball back to New England, to Los Angeles. Oh, they're throwing. He's letting it rip. Oh, that's pass interference. Pass interference. Pass interference. You said no flag? Did they pick up the flag? Are you ahead? Oh, he's absolutely hugging him. He wasn't going to get it. That was not going to be catchable, but it wasn't far enough where they could say not catchable. I don't silence anyone. That's why it's funny. People will be like, "You're deleting comments." I'm like, "No, I'm not." Do you see some of the comments that people leave, man? Like, are you serious? Don't you think if I was deleting comments, don't you see some of the comments I would clearly delete? Unless you say something truly offensive, I let it go. All right, 59 seconds left. He's got him! Now that's a nice throw. That's a throw that Matthew Stafford was missing. Bryce Young is out dueling Matthew Stafford right now. Well, YouTube automatically filters offensive comments, which I gotta tell you is pretty helpful because some of the comments that get left here are insane. Because I can see them. I can check to see the comments that are filtered, and I wish I could just read them to you, but I wouldn't because I just couldn't. But some of the comments that people make are insane. Absolutely, positively insane. Oh, Leggett. Yeah, Bryce is surprising me today. He's looked really good. Julian, can you explain what's going on with Bryce right now? Why sudden change in team performance? What do you mean? He's been playing well this whole game so far. I get Nick saying that great quarterbacks have a lot of pressure, but him saying Allen always has an error. I know, because Nick literally just makes that up. Oh, from last season? Yeah, I don't know. Oh, boy. Yes, Cavante. That will definitely be part of it. It's a little bit of everything. All right. They'll at least kick a field goal here, which would make it a one-score game, 17-10. You obviously want a touchdown, but why? They should have handed the ball off. What do they got, 2 timeouts here? Or 3 timeouts? No. Wait, do they have any timeouts? No, yeah, they don't have any timeouts. My bad. Oh, Bryce Young! Bryce Young! Bryce Young! Oh, he just did what Matthew Stafford could not. That's what he did. He just ran, what was that, a 15-yard run? 20 yards probably where he had the ball. He just did. Matthew Stafford couldn't even run for 3 yards for a first down. And Bryce Young avoiding Rams players left and right. Wow. The Panthers should be winning this game if it wasn't for their nonsense. If it wasn't for their nonsense. How in the heck is it a 3-point game? Because of Bryce Young. Greg Olson, that's how. Bryce Young deserves so much credit here. Look at that. And then he oh, wow, that was beautiful run, man. How big of a run was that? That was a 16-yard run, but he probably had the ball probably like around the 20, so it was like a 20-yard run. Obviously, officially a 16-yard run, but I think every team should be afraid to play the Rams. The Rams are an awesome team and awesomely coached. Well coached. Bryce Young deserves, I'm telling you right now, Bryce Young has been awesome. Really, really, really impressive. Yeah, when that's the problem, you dig yourself in a hole. It comes and, comes and gets you. But listen, the Rams will have the ball with 37 seconds left and a timeout with Matthew Stafford. They're kicking it in play. Oh, there's a penalty. Oh, my God. What are you guys doing? Now they're going to get the ball one play away from field goal range. This is the Carolina Panthers being so dumb. Just kick the ball in the back of the end zone. Stop trying to do things. Unbelievable. You guys are trying to do too much. They're literally one throw away from now being 20-14. Or more. First down, and they're going to call a timeout. Yeah, they're calling their timeout. I'm surprised that's where they called their timeout. Get Young out of Carolina. He deserves better. I don't know. They're in the playoffs. One throw away or Stafford 35 Stafford runs. Obligatory go Birds before the half. Thank you so much, Joe. I really do appreciate it. Well, the Panthers are doing everything they can to both make it a game and not a game. They're doing their part. They're definitely a throwaway from kicking a field goal. Not to mention they're at the spot where it's the end of the half, so they'll just kick a deep field goal, even no matter what. They can't get any pressure on Stafford. Oh, another bad throw from Matthew Stafford. Good golly, Miss Molly. Goodness gracious. He's 2 for 7 of his last 7. All right, 2nd and 10. No pressure at all. Did I get tipped? I don't know why someone's chasing that ball. Oh, did he get hit in the hand? Oh, he did. Matthew Stafford, please don't be hurt, buddy. No, he's fine. He hit it on the forearm of another player. He's fine. Yeah, that's fine. He didn't hit a helmet or anything like that. That's nothing. That's like a high five in basketball. 3rd and 10. 22 seconds left. At the 46. He's letting it go. He's got him. Oh, my God. Puka Nacua with the drop pass. Oh, my God. He had it. Oh, my goodness gracious. Wow. I don't know how he just dropped that. Wow. 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 Panthers got lucky here because that would have been a touchdown and it would have been 24-14. All right. That'll be halftime. Wow. Puka said, listen, if you're going to overthrow me, then I'm going to drop passes. So, right now, at halftime, let it be known, Puka Nacua just dropped in an easy walk-in touchdown, and the Rams had to punt. Bryce Young is outplaying Matthew Stafford. He's 11 for 20 with 151 yards and 15 rushing yards and a rushing touchdown. Matthew Stafford is 10 for 17 with 137 yards and 1 touchdown, 0 rushing yards. The passer rating doesn't count because that interception was not his fault. His receiver literally stopped running the route. That led to the interception. Also, it's a 58.5 passer rating. Let's be clear here. Wow, Rams not taking advantage of a Carolina mistake might come back to haunt them. I don't know, because the Panthers are making a lot of mistakes themselves. Now we're synced? All right, I'm happy. Happy to hear you didn't give up. Stafford also made many bad throws and many missed throws and has had 0 pressure. So we want to do that for Stafford. You got to do it for Bryce Young. Well, that's why you got to watch the game, because if you just said Bryce Young has a 58.5 passer rating, he did not have a good game. We know that's not true right now. Bryce Young's playing awesome. He really is. I feel like the Panthers are better than people give them credit for. You know, I don't know. It's hard when you're seeing them make mistakes like this, because you're like, well, is that just who the Panthers are and that's why they're struggling and that's why they have the record that they have? Or, you know, what is it? 6-7? 6-7? I could see what you mean for your arguments against Stafford being the best quarterback and an MVP. Yeah. Listen, again, make no mistake about it. Matthew Stafford is elite. Matthew Stafford is awesome. Matthew Stafford is a top quarterback in the NFL. But you could see in this game that he's throwing to wide open receivers all game. Every game that he plays, he's throwing to just wide open receivers. And when you just see what even Bryce Young has to deal with right now, he's been pressured over half the amount of times, has to use his legs, has to buy time, has to scramble. Matthew Stafford does none of that. You can talk Eagles anytime you want. I remind you of Denzel Washington. I'm King Kong. Bryce is running for his life. I wish we could get updated stats or real-time stats on his pressures, but there's no website that does that. Viewer Collins. Joe, thank you. Joe single-handedly supporting the stream right now. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Seriously. Anytime anyone leaves any money, it really does mean a lot. Last year, during a couple playoff games, someone came in on different streams on different days and just dropped like $300. They just were like, here's $300. I was like, what? I didn't even know what to do. And it was like in the middle of a playoff game. The one game was the Chiefs versus the Texans. And I was just like, I don't know what to say or do right now. What's going on, CJ? And they did it multiple times. Because then the next week, I forget what other playoff game I was streaming. And they did it again. And I was just like, I don't know what to say. I think it was the Commanders-Lions game. Antonio, thank you so much. With the Euros, right? Is that what that was? The Euros? It went fast. Moving to Dubai? Are you going there for work? Life? Gilbert. Guys, thank you. Joe, Lord. Guys, Guys, seriously. Jason. Joe just started an avalanche right now. I almost just accidentally silenced you. Guys, seriously, thank you so much. For all the Broncos content, Bo Nick's Real Takes, and Colin Nigger. Thank you so much, even though me and you disagree on who should be the MVP. But seriously, thank you so much. Guys, you are incredibly kind. No matter how big or small you all give. I wish I could give, like, this is where I wish I was one of those people. Where I was, no, I'm not rooting for the Panthers. I'm just rooting for a great game. I really try not to root for anyone. And I'm just trolling and just joking about Matthew Stafford now, struggling and things like that. I'm really honestly just here to have fun. But I'm rooting for the Panthers in those moments because I just want to see a game. I don't want the score to be 35-7. Like that's what I'm rooting for. And the Panthers beating the Rams is just a more interesting game. Antonio, thanks you again. Thank you again so much. Yeah, I just feel like I always want to, like, I know I've seen on other streams when people get, like, money or tips or whatever, subscribers and stuff, like, they, like, start screaming and they go nuts and they're doing, like, backflips and stuff, and I'm like, I can't do that. It's not me. I was like, I can't, it's like, can't do it. What are the odds of 2 people from Y are on your live? Are Eagles gonna beat the over? Man, I don't know. Alfonso, thank you. Jay Herbo will show why he's great tomorrow. Man, what will that O-line do for him? EDV, peer pressure. Guys, you guys are unbelievable. I don't even know, like, super. Guys, this is wild right now. I've never had this many, what are these called? Super chats? I don't even know. I'm not even cool. I've never had this many, I think, ever in a single stream. Certainly not in this concentrated of a dose, in this window of a time. Most definitely not. Yeah, but the Panthers have made some really bad mistakes, leading to turnovers. Thank you, Jason. Trying my best, Joe. Smoo! As a Bears fan, whatever happens tonight, thank you for your fair and honest analysis and breakdown throughout the season. I appreciate it. I tried to give my best. Bears fans I didn't always want that. They got mad that I wasn't automatically crowning Caleb Williams, even though I've been one of the biggest Caleb defenders since last year. But I'm excited for this game tonight. This is the game that I wanted, the Packers versus the Packers versus the Bears. Luka, Bills Super Bowl. That is going to depend on Josh Allen and Sean McDermott. I'm rooting for any teams who are normally in the playoffs. It's an interesting playoff year. I'm interested in the playoff year. I'd love to see the Jags win tomorrow. That's the thing. Every game, honestly, it will have an awesome narrative attached to it. You cannot comment with so many. I know. I'm trying to go through them. I'll see you, Leaf. I'll be here all night. Our goal is to super chat so much you can't even comment. Hey, man, that's a great goal. Follow your destiny, guys. Can't wait for the Packers-Bears game. Well, I'm live streaming that game as well, just so we're clear. Change your mind about what? We got 50 more in super chats, and I'll match 50%. No, buddy, you do not have to do that. Putting it out there, Chargers can do what the Giants did with Manning. Stack defense, get them in. Is it easy to not be biased because you root for storylines? Wow. Mugami. The only problem is I don't know how to say a lot of people's names. Mugami? Mugami? Dude, thank you so much. Thank you for pausing the stream, too, so you could be around here. I'm more of a Jordan guy, but I respect LeBron tremendously. And I wish I didn't spend as much time downplaying LeBron because of believing in MJ. I feel like I wasted too much. Sarah the OG, EDV. Guys, you guys are all wild right now. Guys, I can't even I can't even like hit the likes button because the way the matches are, the way the super chats are, it's so tiny. Guys. Joshua, thank you so much. Sorry, people are rooting for the Bills and you're a Patriots fan. GP, Tippin, since you have watched your videos this season every day, thank you for watching my videos every single day. That means so much. Seriously, guys. I'm a Lakers fan. Joe. Guys, this is... I don't even know what to say. So since I'm on my phone, everything is so tiny, and it's a pretty big phone too. But the way how YouTube has it, there's this bar where I could like change all these settings. And so where I like and give the thumbs up, I'll try to take a screenshot one of these days and show it's the tiniest little thing. And every time I want to like something, if I don't hit the right button, another thing comes up. It's literally, my finger alone is bigger than the whole gap there. Kadro, thank you so much. I've never been part of this in my entire life, by the way. I've never had an avalanche like this before. Ever. Alfonso, keep the super chat going. Guys, I don't, like, this is insane. What it is I'm so grateful because, again, man, money is money for everyone. So anyone that's willing to spend any money or do anything like that, I mean, like, again, it means so much. And the idea that you guys like what I create enough to not only watch any video that I make, watch me individually more than once, right? Like you watch a video and you say, okay, I'm going to now watch another video is like crazy to me, let alone you're going to now be in a live stream and literally spend your money. Joe Lord, it is the Joe Lord effect. I'm going to screenshot that so I can save that. The Joe Lord effect. Thank you so much. I try my best. I really, really do. That's why when people call me biased or hater, that's what gets me. If you ever want to trigger me or get me angry, just call me biased or a hater. That like gets me every time because I'm like, you're calling me the one thing that I make sure that I am not. Thank you, EDV. Joe Lord effect, greater than the butterfly effect. I agree. You caused me to pay attention to teams I never followed, and it increased my appreciation of it. That is awesome to hear. Any particular reason why? I'm curious about that, but that is awesome to hear. Well, Joe, I appreciate, listen, I'm sorry about that, but I also really appreciate you sharing that and that I could be part of that because that's what sports is for me. So guys, that's what I'm saying. All this just happened at once. There's so much going on and I'm like, what is happening? Now the football game is going on. Wow. That was the wildest 5 minutes I think I've ever been part of. I agree with that. Super. Watching all the other games and following along, it makes it so much more interesting. Alfonso. Maybe I will be on First Things First one of these days. You never know. One day I'll just appear there and you'll be like, what? That's him. Oh, he dropped. Oh, that was good defense. I'm not calling that a drop. That was good. That was good defense. Jason, thank you. I do love Colorado. Colorado is awesome. You think this is wild? Wait for the Packers versus Bears. We'll see. I don't know if anything could top this right now. The herd is definitely more my speed for sure. Matthew Stafford dropping back. Oh, he getting drilled. Oh, underthrew that ball like crazy. It could have been an interception. 3rd and 10. I'd love to be on First Things First or any of those shows, but I'm definitely more like podcast. Like I'm more of like, let's just sit and talk and just have like an extended time. Like, I don't know how much I'd thrive on a show where it's like, you got 5 minutes, you got 2 minutes to share your take. Okay, go. And I'm like, it would be good. I would struggle with that. A podcast where it's just like, hey man, we're just going to sit here and talk. That was a bad throw. Were all 3 of those throws to Devontae? Colin is definitely my biggest inspiration, no doubt about it. I appreciate that Colin, I know people say that he flip-flops, but like, I appreciate his willingness to change his mind. And I don't think he goes for like clickbaity, not clickbaity. What is it when you just give, hot takes and stuff? And I love how he's also very calm. I mean, he's very chill. He just like calmly talks for 3 hours. Oh my God, he bobbled the ball again. Did you see that? He absolutely just bobbled the ball. It hit his helmet again first. Oh my God, this is crazy right now. I told y'all, I tried to tell you guys, I tried to build this game up. I was like, am I trying to speak this in existence or is it real? Suggestion for more clicks, write stuff like Nick. See, I don't want to do that because I don't want it to make it look like I'm going after Nick or something. Like, that's the thing. What's going on, Zen? What time is it in Germany right now? Ooh, Bryce Young. He has room to run. Just take it yourself. And a slide. That was the slowest slide I've ever seen. Anyone going to try to take my number 1 spot? Buddy, I don't think anyone's taking your number 1 spot. Anyone going to try to... I like Nick Wright more since the Chiefs got knocked out. Yeah, I do appreciate when they're not doing all the antics, the banners and stuff like that. Nick would be great if only he cheered for the Chiefs more. It's true. It's true. Colin Cowherd's America's honesty broker. I wanna what's it called? I want a tagline too. Like they have what's it called? What's going on, Hertz? How you doing? Nick is what? Mr. Consistency or something like that? America's honesty broker. Thank you, Mike. I'm having a great night. Honestly, so far, this is awesome. I love live streaming these games. The voice of the people. I'm screenshotting that. I like that. Did he just dirt that? He's smiling. I don't know how these guys are smiling in the middle of a playoff game right now. Smiling? Mr. Bad Take is his name. Nick was? I thought you were saying me. I believe, yeah, I'm going to be streaming all day tomorrow. Yes. At the very least, the Jags, Bills. I might not do the Eagles game because it's right in the middle of the day. And I want to like eat. Tonight after these games, I'm going to just try to maybe make my food. Try to figure it out. But I believe I'll probably be streaming all. Oh my God. Avoiding the pressure again. Makes a throw out of bounds. It's a good throwaway, but, guys, it's okay to hand the ball off again. No, not you. Yeah, no, I figured that out. Bro, I appreciate your takes on the Eagles. You should do a segment with Nick or Cam. More so Nick, if anything, really. Wait, what do you mean? I'm confused. Like with them actually? Or you mean like, what do you mean? Nick pretty much only cares about winning the first. Yeah. Well, because it's easy when Mahomes won so much just to be able to be like, well, this is what greatness does and not have to waver on that. Oh, he's letting it rip. Oh, big throw. Bryce Young. Oh my gosh. 17 yards. Thank you so much, Ronnie. I can't take Cam Newton seriously, honestly. I struggle with that. I really do. I haven't watched First Take in forever, and especially not like actual like watching the show. It's like just sitting back and just watching the show. Like I've seen like random individual takes, but man, the last time that I actually just sat there and was like, I'm watching the episode of First Take was with Max Kellerman. Again, the arena, I've seen just like clips. Like a lot of times I watch the things that just end up on like YouTube and stuff. The only shows that I actually watch at this point really are First Things First and The Herd. And like NFL Live. But even First Things First and The Herd are the shows that I'm more willing to just like let it play and I'll just like have it on. While the other ones I'm hunting for specific. Oh wow, that was a good run to just avoid a loss, honestly. 3rd and 5 at 50, 45. Julian, have you considered covering Rich Eisen? I've done a little bit of Rich Eisen. I did like one clip from Good Morning Football, I think, and it was actually a Denver Broncos clip when they were talking about their over-under of being like 5.5 wins last season. I laughed in their faces and said, that's crazy. I should get into more Rich Eisen. Do you guys like him? Would you like to see more Rich Eisen? Oh, that's offside. That's a free play. Oh, you got to have a better free play lined up there, my man. Oh, you got him good. Offsides, but you got to have a better play than that. They love showing us Sean McVay. Listen, Sean McVay is one of my favorite coaches, and I think he is elite. I think he is special. I think he is awesome. They do not need to constantly zoom in on his face and show us every single expression that he makes. You know what's funny, Jason? Oh, nice little fight for the yards. I went back and counted some of my Bo Nix videos because someone said that I make too much Jalen Hurts videos. And I found out that I made more Bo Nix videos, more Caleb Williams videos. I thought that was interesting when I kept counting the Bo Nix videos. I think Bo Nix was actually like the most. I forget now, but it was up there. Yeah, I like Rich because he's definitely he's a lot more laid back for sure. I like the laid. I definitely prefer the more laid back leg. Ooh, a little screen pass. A little screen pass for the first down. Oh, he was down. Trying to punch that out of him. Who I really like also, I think is really underrated, is Dan Orlovsky. Like, Dan Orlovsky would have been great on, like, a First Things First. Or on the... Dan Orlovsky would be great on The Herd when he does, like, his interviews, like, one of his weekly interviews. I'd love to see Dan Orlovsky have, like, 15 minutes to talk with Colin. And that's why I do like the way how Colin does his interviews, because he really does just let the guest control the segment. he doesn't try to convince anyone of his point. It's definitely just a platform for the guests themselves just to share their views. And that's why I'd love to have Dan Orlovsky actually have that. Well, that's the thing. Orlovsky's definitely not going based off of like narrative and stuff. That's why I like Greg Cosell, because Greg Cosell is just based on like what the film says. Again, you can disagree with him, which is totally fine, but it's not like him just saying things for the sake of saying them. He's just like, this is my interpretation of the film, and like I appreciate that and respect that. Ugh. What is this going to be? 3rd and 7? Yeah, Dan's breakdowns are always good. Don't always agree, but they're always good. Yeah. Greg Cosell doesn't offer his opinion ever. He calls strikes on the field. Yeah, I think that's totally fair. Well, and that's why he always laughs, because Colin sometimes will try to get him to say something, be like, you think Caleb's better than Bo, right? And he's like, I'm not getting into any of that. He's like, I'm not ranking quarterbacks, and I'm not getting involved in any of that. Like, he doesn't want any of that. Oh, no, now it's going to be 4th and like 2 or something. They're going to go for it. They can tie the game up here. You can tell who knows football and who lives off stats. Well, and that's the thing. I try to do both. In the beginning, I was very anti-stats and wanted nothing to do with them. But I quickly realized I got to also do stats as well. So I do both. Well, and it was his uncle too, Greg Cosell. They're taking the points. 46-yard attempt. I think he got it. He got it. I never trust my view of a field goal anymore. I've gotten burned way too many times that I was like, okay, that's good. And it's like, no, it just keeps going. Yeah, Howard Cosell. That's it. I'm the king of not knowing people's names. 17-17. 7 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. We got ourselves a game, baby. I'm streaming the Bears. The Bears, Packers. Josh Harris. He might be a very overrated owner. He might be an overrated owner. Yeah, it's just dicey now. So this is the thing. This is where the Rams have a tremendous advantage. I believe so, Alfonso. Yes. Yeah. That's the plan. Here's where the Rams have a tremendous advantage. They've been in this situation before. McVay has been in this situation before. Puka Nacua has to a degree. Devontae definitely has. Like, they've just been here before. Thank you, Joe. Thank you. Joe Lord is my lord. What should the Commanders do to help Daniels next year? They made a terrible move and promoted a guy who was in the NFL for 5 years, who spent half his career on practice squad, never did anything, has never been a coach in the NFL, and he's now their offensive coordinator. I can't express how much I disagree with that. You're doing this with some young quarterback. I can't get over that that's what they now have as their offensive coach and play caller. That is bad. That is just so bad, especially because Jaden Daniels didn't get to develop this year since he was injured. And so you remove Cliff Kingsbury. That's fine. I wasn't a fan of that, but you remove Cliff Kingsbury, and now you need another year to develop him. And I just don't see how that's. I just don't know what they're doing. I brought it up because you could. Oh, I know. That's why I read that. I commented to that. And then I went on my whole rant about them promoting to the offensive coordinator. Do you like Harbaugh with Jackson Dart? Yeah, it all depends on who the offensive coordinator is going to be. Because Jackson Dart also needs a little bit of someone to shake him and be like, bud, you're a good player and you could be great, but like we got to change things around. We got to your game has to evolve here a little bit. Ooh, nice little kick return, 30 yards. I knew who he was. I heard of him. David Blau or whatever, because I remember him with the Cardinals. I think he was even with Arizona during the Hard Knocks with Cliff Kingsbury, I think it was. I think his wife is like an Olympic track runner or something. If that's right, that's crazy. Then I don't know a lot of people's names, but I could remember the most random stuff. Now I'm looking this up. Yeah, she is. Melissa Gonzalez. I was right. She's a hurdler. See? So, like, I got nothing against the guy at all. I just don't want, how's this game? 17-17. Drop passes by a drop pass by the Rams. A bunch of missed throws by Matthew Stafford. And the Panthers stepping up, but also turning the ball over and leading to these points. Oh, they can't get any pressure. Oh, my God. Was that ball wasn't intercepted. That ball was a little high, though. Let me see this again. Oh, no. They're not getting any pressure to him. He's yet to complete a pass. That was a bad throw. Did you just hear that? Greg Olsen just said he's yet to complete a pass under pressure. Oh, my God. Now he's hurt. Unbelievable. Yeah, and those incomplete passes are because he's missing them. It's not just because, the one was definitely a drop pass by Puka, no doubt. The other one to Devontae was a great defensive play. He stayed with it the whole time. I could not draft for Howie Roseman. I'd be 100% honest with you. I can't answer that question. Yeah, I remember them showing Gonzalez. On Hard Knocks. Yeah, I need to create the email. I haven't done that yet. I need to do that stuff. There's a lot of stuff that I need to do. They both thought Dart was another Josh Allen. Didn't work out well for him. Yeah. I think Dable could be listen, I mean, there's only one Josh Allen right now. Let's be serious. I'm just excited to see what Josh Allen looks like against the Jags tomorrow. How can people say I don't get it? How can people say I don't get it? How can people call Stafford one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL? So, Stafford is elite, but Stafford is definitely one of those quarterbacks who he needs the scheme. He's just a pure pocket passer. And so, yeah, when the pressure gets to him, he's going to have problems. If receivers aren't open, it's harder for him to kind of, make things, do things off script. But he is an elite passer, like he is an elite decision maker, processor, all of that type of stuff. So, like, you're still going to feel great and comfortable with Matthew Stafford as your quarterback, but, it is a team sport. He didn't have a single playoff win. He made the playoffs 3 times before the Rams. If you could choose based on the teams as it stands currently. Wait, choose what though? I'm just on YouTube right now. That's why, like, I guess because if I'm on anywhere else, then I have to like keep up with all the comments and all of that. I should create one of those and do it. Well, the Rams use the run to set up the pass better than any other team, and if they struggle with that, oh, wide open Devontae, first down. That was big for the Rams. Well, it's tough because you got to know who's available. But they got to fortify their offensive line somehow, is what the Eagles need to do. The Panthers, they need to force a turnover. They need to get some pressure on Matthew Stafford. Am I into mock drafts? I struggle with it. I started working on mock drafts more more on Draft Talk because of conversations here and stuff. But I think it's always hard. Stafford hurt his hand. I see him touching it now, but I don't know if it's really hurt. I think it stings. I think he's okay. 2nd and 10. Ooh, good tackle. Good tackle by the ankle. I think the Eagles' O-line will be fine. Pretty much 3 of them have been banged up all year. Yeah, well, some of that is also coaching as well. But Lane Johnson, I mean, he's donezo, pretty much. If the Eagles won the Super Bowl this year, would Lane Johnson just retire and just say, hanging it up, boys? I think Miami definitely wants Harbaugh, and I think that would be a nice move for him. Oh, that's out of bounds. That's not a catch. Flag flies! Why? That's not a penalty. They're picking up that flag. You are picking up that flag. That is nonsense. Maybe hit him in the helmet. Hit him in the helmet. Now they're going to get the ball right there. What, 25? He bite his tongue? Is he going to have to get checked for a concussion now? Okay. That was a big play for the Rams, for sure. But he did not catch that ball. He dropped it. Yeah, he's going to the 10th, though, because of his tongue or because he's also now getting checked for a concussion? What the heck is going on here? Oh, my thing. I'm going to lose my thing here. They're at the 30. Matthew Stafford hands the ball off. Gets about 5 yards. By Williams. No, that's the thing. Right now, we're at the point of the game where every little thing has such massive consequences. If there was no penalty there and the ball was just dropped, but it wasn't. It's a flag. Here they are. Like, everything matters right now. What is going on? Why are they picking the ball up like that's not just an incomplete pass? Oh my God. I got like my drawstring and it's not poking through. And I'm struggling, guys. Take my pants off. What's going on here? Oh my God. 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6. Puka 1-on-1. The top of your screen. Pressure all day. He's hit him to nobody. Good coverage on Puka. Yeah, he's 12 for 26 now, I think. It says 12 for 25, but I assume that was before this last throw. Stafford had nowhere to go with that ball. That was great defense. Now he's kicking a field goal, 42-yarder. Little chip shot for him. And he got it. 20-17. Panthers got to get some momentum here. They got to keep this a game. They got to score. I am so bummed right now. I cannot get this through. And I don't understand why. Clutch. KJ, how you feeling, buddy? How you feeling, bro? You're nervous? I don't think you need to be nervous. The Rams are built for these moments. The Panthers are not. That's the difference. The Panthers haven't been here. Canales hasn't been here. Bryce Young hasn't been here. Are you a fan of McDermott? Screw the draws. Did you see me trying to do it? Now my finger hurts from doing it. Like my thumb. I'm going to lose it. If I don't do the drawstring, then I'll lose it and I'll never be able to get it through again. It'll go too far. This is so annoying. Of all the times for this to happen right now. It's like, what the heck is going on? But it actually is hurting the palm of like my thumb. Yeah, I don't think it'll go anywhere either. Well, the thing is here's the thing. If you fire him, you'd have to know that there's a specific coach that you want. I did it. You guys told me to give up. People are always trying to tell me to give up. You should know one thing about me. It is hard for me to give up. I did it. I'm a hero. Everyone's chanting my name. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, man. I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate it. Listen, I don't get to be on the field right now, so these are my victories. What was I about to say? I don't remember. Ooh. Well, that's the thing. I know I've talked to a lot of Eagles fans, and they're like, even if we win a Super Bowl, we want Kevin Patullo gone. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. Because if the Eagles win a Super Bowl, nobody will think it's because of Kevin Patullo's great play calling. You don't use the word hero lately. I appreciate it. Hey, man, these pants are great, actually. And thank you, Super. Thank you. These are like some of the best pants. They're so stretchy, so comfortable. I highly recommend them. No, they're from Amazon. I forget the company name. They got a G on it. They're awesome. They seriously, thank you, Joe. New pants, what's it called? Get Up? Yeah, I do. I haven't done a lot of clips this year of Get Up, though. Well, that's the thing. The Bills getting Harbaugh, but that's like, I don't get that move at all. That's a lateral move at that point. All right, they completed the little check down this time around. Get Up, I watch for individual. What happened here? Where are they showing us? Oh, them fighting. What was I about to say? Get Up, I watch for like individual takes. It's like, to be like the Orlovskis, Louis Riddicks, and stuff like that. I don't know who's hiring Pete Carroll as a head coach at this point. I mean, the Raiders were such a mess. 3rd and 4. He's banged up. I can't see who that is, but I see him limping. Oh, he's fallen down to the sideline now. They have 19 carries for 72 yards. I'd love to see them be able to get more successful. Fun fact, James Cook averaged 6.3 yards per carry on the road this year with 7 100-yard games. See how it works out against Jacksonville Jaguars. Pete was retired, and then he came back. Only to have... Oh! Guys, what is that now? Do the Panthers punt? Or are they going to go for it on 4th and 4 at midfield? They got to punt. Oh, he had him. You got to get that ball out quicker and faster. They're going for it. Are they going to try to get him off sides? I don't like it. I don't like it. They called hike. Bryce Young flushed out of the pocket. He's got nowhere to go. That's just bad football. That's just bad football. And that's what's frustrating about a game like this. Because the game, first off, the Panthers could be winning this game, but even the fact that they're only down by 3, you're making it harder now. Like it's actually just not good football, which then makes it even harder. You're not helping your team out to continue to make this a competitive game. You're now setting yourself up now to be down by 10 or just 6. And if you're going to go for it on 4th down, you need to have a significantly better play than that. Both of their 4th down plays were just like, hopefully Bryce Young can scramble and find something. The Broncos defense needs to step up in the playoffs, that's for sure. Yeah, I would have punted in a second. You would have, and it's especially trust your special teams because you're hoping that you're going to pin them inside the 10-yard line. And then if you play good defense, you could be getting the ball back in decent field position. Like, not everything has to be we're going for it. And it's one thing if this drive had a lot of momentum and they were making big throws, they were running the ball well, then I could understand. That's not the way how that drive unfolded at all. Thank you, Falls. I appreciate it. Bryce Young looks like prime 2015 Cam Newton on 1st and 3rd down. Then looks like Patriot. I mean, it's not really his fault because he's getting flushed out of the pocket immediately. Like, he's met with pressure immediately. He's been pressured on well over half his dropbacks. The real question is, do you think the Bucks would have been better in this position? Baker Mayfield? 27 conversions, most in the NFL since 1980. 40 attempts, second most in the NFL. Number is New York Jets are one, I guess. 68%, fourth in the NFL. 0 for 2 today. You're not cheering for Matthew Stafford as a Lions fan? Yeah, I want to try to do some of that type of stuff. But I guess, like, since I make so much and since I read so much in the comment section and I reply to the comments as well as sometimes taking comments directly and then making videos out of them, I kind of feel like I incorporate that. I do want to do more live streams more regularly. But sometimes it's just like I make so many videos that I'll just be like, I gotta just not hear. Oh my God, Stafford just got crushed. Wow, what was he doing there? What did he think he was? That is the limitation of Matthew Stafford, I'll tell you what. Play action. He's got time in the pocket, nowhere to go though with the ball, and just gets walloped. He got the wind knocked out of him for sure. "28 dropbacks, 1 sack, 3 knockdowns." Now it's third and 12. Third for 12. Third and 12. Oh, he just got picked off. Wow, was he in bounds? Where did his butt land? Wow. You got to score here. It wasn't in bounds. I'm waiting for the replay. Oh my God, I gotta tell you that about that, Chandra. Oh yeah, he's definitely in bounds. The first angle made it look like it could have been close to the line. I'm always screaming with my dog, and she is so confused when I'm going nuts. The Super Bowl last year, I was screaming and I was so loud, and she was just like, "What is?" And I was with other people, and she was like thinking that I was like getting mad at that. Like, I don't know. Like she was so she didn't know who to protect or if I was distressed or like what was going on. And then this year, I was watching the one game with her, the Chargers and the Chiefs and the Eagles and the Cowboys. And she was very much like, what is happening? I know what he has on his hand right now. I've had it so many times, especially with baseball. It hurts, it stings, it's really annoying, but it's just like a mental thing. Like you feel it. Don't get me wrong, but it's not like it's why you keep doing this. You're like, it just feels like it's hot. Oh my God, catch on the run. He's going. He's going. He's going inside the 10-yard line. Whoa. Biggest play of the day is right. Wow. Ooh, perfect throw in stride. Little stiff arm to get the extra 2 yards or so. Ooh, that is a big throw. That is a big throw. Now hand the ball off. Hand the ball off and get 4 yards. Keep it basic. Keep it simple. Is it the fourth quarter now? Is time expiring? Yeah, end of the third quarter. Yeah, it just and you feel it bite. You feel it bite. That's why you keep shaking it. You're like, ah. And it hurts. It definitely hurts. Oh, the fans are rocking. You could hear them all game. Julian, what's up, bro? How you feeling about my Denver Broncos? I feel like we got to see who they're playing. Right now, who the Broncos could be playing is so wide open. That's what's really cool about this year. That it's just whoever the ones. Usually, I feel like in years past, you kind of got a pretty good feeling of who the one seed's going to play. At this point, it's essentially anyone but obviously the Patriots. So it's just like, okay, then game on. I don't think Stafford's going to would retire this year. Maybe if he won the Super Bowl. Why don't the Rams run the ball? Kyron Williams has 4.9 yards per carry. They do run the ball. And they've been able to get some pretty big chunks. Do you guys know any other creator propping up the Panthers right now? I don't. It's true. Bring whoever to the Mile High Air. It just snowed, so the weather is finally getting wintry. Ooh. I've never been to Colorado in the winter. I hear it's like mild winters. Like you get snow and stuff, but it's not like freezing cold. Is that true? Kind of like how I heard it compared to California summers, like Southern California summers, where it's like, it's obviously summer, but it's not like hot where you're like, oh my gosh, it's so hot. I can't even go outside. It's like mild. Is that true or no? For Colorado. Windy as heck here in Cali right now. Is it really? Where in California? SoCal? San Diego? Oh! Flag. He just got dropped half the distance to the goal. So where would they be at? Like the 2-yard line, first and goal at like the 2? No, the game's not over. They're not choking. Oh, I mean, he did hit his head into his neck. It's a tough flag, I agree. But like McVay's looking at the ref, and the ref's like, dude, I'm just the sideline guy. It's not a matter that he was out of bounds, it's that he was leading with his head. That's one of those calls. It's, whoever you're rooting for, That's a touchdown. That is a touchdown. That is a touchdown. The Carolina Panthers are leading this game in the fourth quarter. I don't care if the Carolina Panthers end up losing this game. My take was still right. My take was still right. I have been validated. I have been vindicated, even if they lose 40-24 right now. I tried telling you guys. I tried making the Carolina Panthers videos. I tried telling you. I said, this is the playoffs. And I said, Bryce Young has been playing really good. I know a lot of you guys aren't watching Carolina games. I don't blame you. I'm not going to pretend like I'm locked in watching every single Carolina game. But I'm telling you, Bryce Young has been legitimately impressive. He is playing he is playing better than Matthew Stafford here. He just is. And again, not saying he's a better quarterback than Matthew Stafford, but he is playing better. Yeah. Man, Genie said, upset alert. I made that video. Ah, man, the Rams looking like they're 2.5 struggles this season. But the thing is this is what I keep saying, though. This is what makes the Rams so dangerous and trustworthy, because this is Sean McVay. This is Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, I've said that again and again. Devontae, Puka, Stafford, McVay. And they were they were throwing guys were wide open all game. That is still all on the table. Kyron Williams, Blake Corum, like this offense can get it done. What can the defense do? Can they get another turnover? Can they continue to generate pressure? This is why they talk about like the Packers getting out of Micah Parsons to be a closer and to, because that is what you need. Can the Panthers do that? If they do that, then yeah. But it's still also up to the Panthers to be able to withstand, giving up another touchdown here and going back, marching down the field and scoring. Like, you got to be able to be in this crazy back and forth game, high pressure situation, make the play, 6 minutes to go in the fourth. And this is where it's like, this is where I said going into, all through the end of the season saying, you gotta have a tremendous amount of trust in the Rams. Dude, if Matthew Stafford retires, it'll be fighting for Joe Burrow and Josh Allen to do anything they can to get to the Los Angeles Rams. He only made the playoffs 3 times with the Rams, with the Lions. Who do you blame for this performance by the Rams? I don't think there's anyone to blame right now, honestly. Yeah, Jay Shorts, you mean like the AI people? Yeah, I know. I'm trying to figure out what I want. I'm hoping YouTube just takes care of it. Julian, hypothetically, if Rams lose, this what happens to them? What changes do they make? That's the thing. I kind of talked about that. I have no idea because I don't know what moves you could make, because I think they're a great team. Losing this game, and there's no like. I guess you look at the defense and all, but like I don't know. You'd also be like, I don't know. Listen, they're not losing here, so. Ooh, he did break a tackle and got 5. So I don't think that's a conversation you need to have right now, with 14 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, 24-20 game. I mean, Matthew Stafford is throwing below 50% right now. He missed multiple receivers and threw the interception that directly led to a touchdown. So Stafford has to have some blame for it. He lets it go to a wide open Devontae. See, he's good at hitting those wide open receivers. And Sean McVay is good at scheming them open. That's what I'm saying. Don't be counting the Rams out of this game. This game is so far from over. He's not playing hurt. Overtime would be tough here. I guess a touchdown, then a field goal. So I guess never mind. I take that back. Media won't allow Stafford to get any blame. Fair. I'd rather have Jackson Smith. I think he's a better teammate. Panthers need another turnover to balance out their 2 turnovers. Ooh. 3rd and 1. They got to hand the ball off here. And they're probably in 4 down territory as well. Thank you, Anthony. I appreciate that. 3rd and 1. They're 2 for 10 on 3rd down. That seems low. Matthew Stafford, he's got happy feet. He's letting it drop to a wide open. Oh my God, almost an interception. Oh my God, almost an interception. What was that throw? Wow. I don't think that should have been a flag. But that was such a bad throw. That would have been an awesome interception. Are they going for it? Yeah, they're going for it. Or are they trying to get him off sides? No, they're going for it. They hand it off. They got it. Wow. Man, that's a crusher. You catch that and you intercept it, it would have been a touchback. Wow. That would have been massive for Carolina. Wow. I mean, that could have been the game right there. That could have been the game right there. Carolina goes down the field, scores, and you're up 2 scores. Now they're in field goal range, 2nd and 4. They're in a position to go up by 3, 2nd and 4 at the 23. Handoff. 1st down. I don't know. They've run the ball a lot. But no, it's 3rd and 1. They didn't give him the 1st down. Well, I think if it's 4th and 1, they probably go for it again. Bryce Young with a game-winning drive chance is a little stressful. Why, Jason? Stafford's the MVP. Oh, wow. Stafford keeping it. The old QB sneak. Hey, man, if the Bears in the Packers game keeps up at this game, we're in for a night. First and 10, 9:30 to go at the 18. Matthew Stafford under center. Hands the ball off to Puka Nacua, who, I don't know how many yards he just got. Second and 6. No. 2nd and 6. Under 9 minutes to play. 24-20. 10-play drive. Matthew Stafford calls hike. He's got all day. He throws it to an open Williams for a touchdown. 26-24. And just like that, the Rams retake the lead, all because a defender could not hold on to that interception. That's the difference, man. That's how these playoff games happen. That ends up being such a difference. That's why Matthew Stafford is the MVP. He's been playing terrible this game. What are you talking about? He has not been playing good in this game. Oh wow. Do you how often do you think should we start taking over unders on how much they're going to show us Sean McVay in the final 8 minutes of this game? I can see that, Jason. I can see that. She's got the eyes. So now, if they score a field goal, the score will be tied. If they score a touchdown, it'll be a 4-point game. And then you're in the whole got to score a touchdown situation. Dude, they've shown us McVay more than we've seen Stafford and Bryce Young at this point. I mean, we've barely seen Canales at all. We've seen him maybe like 4 times in the whole game. One of those being the interview. Which NFL commercial do you remember the most? Like the commercial for the actual NFL itself, you mean? Probably the one with Don Cheadle when he's like talking about like how it's like a game of inches or something. And they show like the Tennessee Titans game or whatever. I mean, it was way after that game. Oh, they're showing the Carolina Panthers. He had it. (27-24). The ball goes into the back of the end zone. Now it's all on the shoulders of Bryce Young. This is where you find out who you are. 8 minutes to go in the fourth at home. Wild card round. Playoffs. Going up against the Rams. Who are you? Like I always say, you either are or you aren't. You either is or you isn't. False start? That's not a good start. That's not a good start. You're going backwards. You're going the wrong direction. Bryce Young, 17 for 30, 239 yards. 1st and 15 at their own 30. Bryce Young drops back. Oh, buddy. You went a good 2 yards backwards. I don't think you needed to do that. But they're still behind, 2nd and 11. About to find out what are the Carolina Panthers offense made of and what are the Los Angeles Rams defense made of. Bryce Young has a rushing touchdown. Oh my God, you just went more backwards again. Guys, I think we had an awesome game, and I think it's going to stall out. It is going to stall out. There is not no faith in Bryce. You're saying you have no faith in Bryce, or they have no faith in Bryce? Thank you, that guy. I appreciate that. Seriously, thank you so much. Like a young John Morant. They'll be trading John Morant. Oh, that was a good throw, and he dropped it. Listen, win or lose, this was a big win for Bryce Young. This was his first playoff game, and he played awesome. So now, with the Rams up by 3, you got to just hold them, obviously, to a field goal. If you don't hold them to a field goal, the game be over. What's a shame is that the Panthers messed up with the interception and the muffed punt. That's the thing that's the bummer. Because the Panthers gave the Rams gifts. And that penalty on Devontae, the helmet to helmet. I mean, that's 3 gifts right there. And a bad play call on 4th down. That was bad. I mean, like, the Panthers gave the Rams a lot of gifts. Matthew Stafford, 15 for 31, 204 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, and a 77.9 passer rating, and they're handing the ball off. That low center of gravity gets those extra couple yards. No, they've really generated no, like, actual consistent pass rush on Stafford. It's McVay nonstop. They don't just let us care about football. It's always got to be everything but that. Ooh! Well, multiple Carolina Panthers just went down, colliding with each other. Let's see this. Do they just hit each other? They kind of just both hit Puka. Dude, the media wants the Rams so badly because any of the big plays from the Panthers, they never zoomed in or really showed their reactions to it. But every time Puka or Stafford or Devontae or McVay, they zoom into it and show those reactions so much. Now they got two guys who are getting checked for a concussion right now. That's always good. 6 minutes to go in the fourth. Penalty. Holding. Going back. The Rams know it. So that's the thing. The way how this Rams is playing, this even if the Rams win this game, if you're a Rams fan, I do not feel great about this. My defense is not slowing down Carolina enough. My offense is great, but like something just feels amiss too. I'm not saying you feel bad if you're a Rams fan, but like, I don't know. Oh! That ball floated in the air for a second. Let's see. Was this almost intercepted? No. That would have been a crazy interception. Yeah, I am live streaming the Bears-Packers game. Is it the Bears game or is it the Packers game? You tell me. After this game, I'm going to record my live or record my post-game reaction just so we know. Stafford flushed out of the pocket. Third and long. I mean, I feel like every play is the game right now, but like, this is the game. 3rd and 17. You got to force a punt. I mean, you got to force a punt. No penalties, no first downs. All right, that was smart defense. They were definitely playing like they were protecting against like a Hail Mary. They brought like 3 guys. They were like, we are not giving up this first down. Is the game even playing on Prime? This game? Oh, wait, that's what the Bears game is? The Bears-Packers is on Prime? Are you serious? Are you sure? Oh, what was that? That was a block punt! A block punt! Oh my goodness gracious! Oh my goodness gracious! LA's 30! They gave us such a bad view of that block punt, I couldn't tell. Did it keep going or was it blocked? What is happening? What is happening? This view is so hard to see. I couldn't tell like where the ball went. And it's like, oh no, it was definitely blocked. Wow. Wow. They need a 4-minute touchdown drive. They need a 4-minute touchdown drive. You got to be able to run the ball here. You got to be able to run the ball here. You got to make things easier for your team and your quarterback. Whoa, never mind. What a beautiful play call and pass. I don't know anything about football. Just ignore everything I got to say. Wow. Wow. That was great play action. Wow, that was a great schemed play. People are yelling at Canales. That was as good as it gets. Wow. Now you got to hand the ball off. See? I know football. I'm back to knowing football. 7 yards. 3 minutes to go. This is crazy. You got to take this inside the 2-minute warning, and you can't have a field goal because you can't tie the game and give the Rams a minute 30 left, and they have 3 timeouts, and they only need a field goal to win the game. You're not winning that. You're not winning that game. You got to get a touchdown here, and it's got to be inside the 2-minute warning. Ooh! And now the clock stopped. Just hand the ball off. Just hand the ball off. That was a good defensive play, but that wasn't even going to be, I don't even know if he would have gotten any positive yards there. Guys, there's 14 seconds left on the play clock. What are you guys doing? No, they're Whoa! Touchdown! Wow! Absolutely amazing throw! Absolutely amazing throw by Bryce Young! Unbelievable! Unbelievable! That was a gorgeous throw. Did you see when he threw that ball? I thought he was throwing that to nobody. Oh my goodness! Wow! That is insane! As Bryce Young is falling down. You know what this makes me think of? When Nick said a win would be a loss for the Panthers because Bryce Young is not the guy. Bryce Young is the guy, I'm telling you right now. And he makes the extra point. But there's still 2 minutes and 39 seconds left. And the 2-minute warning with 3 timeouts. Oh my God! Oh, that block punt. He got it. He got it. Oh my God. Now the defense needs to step up, man. Now the defense needs to step up. That catch, that throw was unbelievable. That is so beautiful. I could watch that again and again and again. Oh my gosh, that was so beautiful. That was so, dude, that was ice in your veins. 3rd down throw. Wow. Yeah, man, this is what I kept saying about the trust. With McVay, Stafford, Puka, like, this is where they should shine. This is where they should shine. I mean, if you need to get 80 yards right here, Stafford's like, all right, I got it. They got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. Time is not the problem. Yeah, time is 100% not the problem. You need the Panthers defense to rise to the occasion. They're doing another short little kick. All right. It worked out for them. At least it wasn't a penalty this time around. Well, turnover ends the game for sure. Pick 6. Defense needs to rise to the occasion. Bryce Young did his part. Did that ball get tipped? The ball like fluttered. They're not gonna show us the replay because they're hurry up. Oh, yeah. McVay's a genius at that. All right. Taking it to the 2-minute warning. 2 quick, easy plays. You stop them 4 times here, and you win the game, and you go on to play. I guess we want to know who they play because they're the 4 seed. Wow. This is why football is amazing. The announcer said it was tipped. Yeah, I had my headphones out right now. I can't listen right now. There's too much going on. Well, this is all Stafford and McVay right now. This is all 100% Stafford and McVay. So it's just like, what do you got? What do you got? But the Panthers defense, I mean, like what can the Panthers defense do? I mean, the Panthers just have to not give up any big plays or a touchdown, right? No big plays and a touchdown, and you're good. You're up by 4. Just keep them out of the end zone, and you win the game. Well, you don't know that because you have the Bears and the Eagles playing, so it depends on if there's any upset. If there's any upset, then the Seahawks play the upset team. Wow, man, this is just insane. This is insane. The number 1 troll. Man, this game. The defense, you are 2 minutes away. You are 4 stops away from winning your first playoff game since when? 2015? Since they went to the Super Bowl? Right? I'm a bad football historian. But it is not over. This is what makes Stafford and McVay great. 1st and 10, 2 minutes to go. At the 46. Carolina Panthers. Stays in bounds. Devontae. Minute 50 to go. 3 timeouts. 2nd down. 2nd and 4. Sean McVay with the call sheet. Carolina Panthers looking around. 2nd and 4. Minute 37. They call hike. Matthew Stafford lets it go to a wide open Puka Nacua. A minute 27. 1st down. Oh, he's so wide open. It's Sean McVay, man. Sean McVay. That's how you get that wide open. They're already at the 30-yard line. Minute to go. Oh, a drop. Was that behind him? A minute 4 to go. 2nd and 10. Oh, that was just a straight up drop. That was a straight up drop by Devontae. 2nd and 10 at the 30. Oh, Matthew Stafford sees something. He's getting excited. It got tipped again. They keep giving up these 1st downs like they're nothing. They keep giving 10 yards. 52 seconds left. 50 seconds left. Touchdown! Touchdown! Wow! Wow, that was so bad of defense. He's smiling right now? 38 seconds left. 1, 2, and a touchdown. Wow. Unbelievable. The Carolina Panthers, that defense and that entire drive was really bad. I mean, they didn't make it difficult for a second in that entire drive. You block this and return it? No. They can't have a game-winning, it'll be a game-tying field goal. But now there's 38 seconds left. Panthers got to score. And they got 3 timeouts. Wow. Wow. The Panthers had this game. But what did I say? Stafford McVay. Stafford McVay, Stafford McVay, Stafford McVay. But the fact that they couldn't come up with a single big stop in that moment, like that may have been the easiest fourth quarter drive to take the lead that I think I've ever seen. I don't know if they're going to do that. Maybe if they get a big kick return here. 38 seconds left, 3 timeouts. It's possible. It's possible. It's improbable. Unless special teams blows it again. Now there's 32 seconds left. Bryce Young makes the throw of his life. He's got 32 seconds left. I mean, at the very least, the Panthers should have used a timeout to get everything situated. On defense, that is. I don't even know if this is a high-pressure situation at this point for Carolina because Bryce Young knows, man, what am I supposed to do here? Are they going to call intentional grounding? That's a late hit. How are they not throwing the flag? This is not a good drive at all. "17 seconds left." I got to get ready to make my post-game clip. Oh, I got to plug in my phone. Hold on. Now look at this fourth quarter drive. Really not good. This final drive. Oh boy. Okay. 12 seconds to go. Well, I guess I don't need these headphones in right now, but I got to make this video right away. Oh, and they're calling a timeout. Hey, it was a great game. The defense. I mean, they had the Panthers absolutely had that game won. Had an amazing drive to take the lead, and even had the special teams play. And now you're asking the offense to have another amazing drive in 30 seconds. It's just a lot, it's a hard thing to do. But now they couldn't even get a first down here. I don't even know what they're looking to do because they had the 3 timeouts, so they didn't have to keep going for broke on every down here. Just anything just to kind of get some positive yards and momentum going. And he dropped it. He actually had that, and it would have been at the 50-yard line. KJ, buddy, you have no room to talk literally at all. You haven't talked this entire time, buddy. You've lost it all. He had that. He dropped it. Wow. Panthers lost this game for Bryce Young. That's just straight up what happened. They've lost this game for Bryce Young. He played out of his mind. Buddy, you should feel nervous for the rest of the playoffs. I'll tell you what. Matthew Stafford was not even close to being the MVP in this game. Not even close. This was not a good game by Matthew Stafford at all. I am giving you credit. I'm giving Sean McVay credit. Puka Nacua credit. I'm making my video right now. Game-winning drive throwing to wide open receivers. Having his tight end make an unbelievable catch falling into the end zone. The Los Angeles Rams survive an absolute insane nail-biter game. Listen, man, I got news for you. Bryce Young, he outplayed Matthew Stafford. He outplayed the Los Angeles Rams. He played awesome. The Panthers, on the other hand, could not come away with the plays when they mattered most. But yet they did also at the same time. Coming down with the interception, scoring immediately, getting the blocked punt, having Bryce Young make an unbelievable throw to take the lead, an unbelievable play call. But yet, it still wasn't enough in some of these other key moments. Drop passes, muffed punts, not continuing to run the route, leading to an interception. But what I've said about the Rams, what makes them the most, why I trust them the most, and what makes you fear them the most, is that man right there, Sean McVay. You're looking at the course of this game, and let's face it, Matthew Stafford was not great in this game. He was not accurate. And there was a couple key drops even by his receivers, like Devontae, even on that one drive. But there was with such consistency and volume, these receivers, tight ends, are so consistently wide open that even if Stafford's not playing his best, it's still enough. It's still enough to put your quarterback in a position to succeed, play after play, drive after drive. And even after the Panthers took the lead, you're like 2 minutes, 3 timeouts, and a 2-minute warning. This is all on McVay and Stafford. And you're just like, you're not going to be worried about that. And that Panthers defense was not good. But at the same time, truthfully, McVay was making that defense look bad the whole game. And the score could have even been higher. Like, this is where this game was so fascinating because the Panthers gave the Rams a lot of gifts. But then Matthew Stafford gave the Panthers a bunch of gifts. A bunch of I mean, you had the Puka dropped, which would have been a touchdown. But then also Stafford missed like 3 or 4 wide open guys that he knew. He was grabbing his helmet. And so it was just such an interesting game to see how this game unfolded. But what's really interesting is that you did almost lose a game that you were favored by over 10, that nobody gave the Panthers a chance. Not even a chance. And it's not like this was a close game because the Panthers played perfect and the Rams just didn't play perfect. So if you had tremendous confidence in the Rams, I do think it's fair for you to have that knocked down a peg. Not huge. I'm not saying that you shouldn't feel great if you're a Rams fan, but I do think winning this game the way how it unfolded, you obviously feel great. You got the win. You have the quarterback and the coaching staff that knows how to win games like this. And truthfully, right now in the playoffs, what is it? Really just you and the Eagles that have actually proven to be able to do it in the biggest moments, in the most important games? I mean, it's not the Bears. It's not the Packers. It's not the Seahawks. It's not I guess maybe you could make the argument of the 49ers, but that was in 23. And even then, I don't know, different team at this point. But you have to feel good about that. But also at the same time, if you went into the playoffs and you were like on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being the highest in terms of your confidence on the Rams, if you were at a 10, it makes sense to me to go down to a 9 now. Because this is a game that you were supposed to so handedly control and win and just do whatever you wanted, really display your dominance. And you haven't been able to do that now in over a month. I know that game got out of control against the Arizona Cardinals, but that was also a close game. And you lost to the Falcons and you lost to the Seahawks. And quite frankly, if the Panthers were just 5% more competent, they maybe win that game. You went up against Bryce Young, a quarterback that people are saying that nobody wants. And this Carolina Panthers team backed into the playoffs. And you survived it. This was more about survival, which at the end of the day, that's all that matters in the playoffs, right? So that's why it's the playoffs are such a fascinating thing, because at the end of the day, it's did you win? That's all that matters. But since we're not here just to have those surface level conversations and we're trying to actually drill down here, it's just, I believed that the Panthers could make this a game, but I guess I'm surprised that it was a game considering the quality of play from the Carolina Panthers. Because that's what I had said when I made my One Rams video about how it was a close game and you lost that game last time, but Stafford played terrible. You had all the turnovers, the pick six, the fumble, and the Panthers were flawless. They played perfect. And it was just this shouldn't make you feel, you're upset you lose that game, but you're that's an outlier. This game wasn't an outlier, and yet they were still in a great position to lose. And I'm just curious what that means if you do play the Seahawks, if you do play the Eagles, or whoever you're playing. I guess, it depends on where we're talking about, whether it's the NFC Championship game or divisional round. But you got the win, important win. But yeah, I think McVay it's just every game you watch, it's just wide open. But this is the thing, and we saw this throughout this game. When Matthew Stafford was under pressure, he was bad. He at one point, he didn't complete a single pass when he was under pressure. His third down passing was not good. And when Sean McVay was not scheming guys open, Matthew Stafford was struggling. And so what happens if you do go up against better defenses like Seattle? Although the thing that makes you feel good is that you torched their defense, quite frankly. You lost that game, but you torched them. What about Philly's defense? You're probably not afraid of the Bears or the 49ers defense. Maybe the Packers defense, but you know, you would face them at home in the NFC Championship game if you ended up facing the Packers. So you'll take that any day of the week. But yeah, I think a game like this just makes you I don't know. It was just you got to be really impressed with what the Carolina Panthers did here, and you feel for Bryce Young as well because, like I said, I think he played awesome. I think he played unbelievable, and he was worthy of this win. He was worthy of this win, and his team didn't get it done for him. And yeah, I'm really curious to see how Los Angeles Rams fans feel because I'm live streaming the game, and you know, a lot of the Rams fans who are watching this game were like, I was uncomfortable. Like they're not feeling great about it. You're not feeling bad because you still hung 34 points. But the reality is that the Panthers are supposed to be essentially the joke of the NFL. That it's embarrassing that they were even in the playoffs. And even if that's a far stretch and too extreme, if the Rams are supposed to be this dominant top bona fide number one team, that it was more of a fluke that they're not the one seed as it was painted, you just expected a game where you were in much more control and you didn't need a game-winning drive in the final minute of the fourth quarter where you needed a touchdown too, especially where you were down by 4. So yeah, special teams, block punt, interception. I mean, isn't that now? Yeah, and essentially every kind of big game recently, we haven't gotten the best buttoned up version of the Rams. But with Stafford and McVay together, they've clearly consistently shown that they can overcome those things. So that puts them in the best possible position. And, in the playoffs, since things get weird and crazy all the time, you're always going to feel pretty good about that situation. But just like the Rams fans learned when they played the Eagles last year, it's like, yeah, they were in a position to try to win that game too, but they couldn't come down with the plays. So if you're always winning games in that regard, especially important games, you couldn't get it done against Seattle. You couldn't get it done in Philly before. Like, really, in most important games, the truly important games, they haven't come away with it. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see who they play now moving forward. If there's any upsets, if there's no upsets, you'll play Seattle. If there is an upset, then you will play the winner of that upset. If there's both upsets, you play the 49ers. So you're still on board to play everyone but the Packers right now. So everything's still on the table. So it'll be really interesting to see. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the Los Angeles Rams taking down the Carolina Panthers 34-31? If you're a Panthers fan, how do you feel? If you're a Rams fan, how do you feel? Let me know. I read every single comment. So whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We're building an amazing community here, and I absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to. Something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time. Made my video. Turning this light off right now. I gotta post this video. I know I miss all these comments. Did I miss any beats? Hold on. Los Angeles Rams survive epic fourth quarter comeback to take down Carolina. Dude, Matthew Stafford is fine, dude. And I did mention the drop Puka touchdown. Learn how to pay attention. Matthew Stafford stubbed his finger on a player's forearm. I said Puka drop as well. Yeah, his injury was, this stings. Did he go into the blue tent? Did they inspect him? Did they wrap his finger? Did he have to go into the back room anywhere? No. We talk about his injury. Who do I want to win the next game? I just want a game like this one, honestly. This game was awesome. Considering nobody thought this game was even going to be remotely close. I wouldn't say that about Herbert. Herbert literally had to get his hand surgically repaired and then a week later played a football game. If you think that's the same as having a football player hit his finger on someone's forearm and go, ow. Compare that to someone that has to go under anesthesia and get his hand surgically repaired. If you think that's the same, buddy, I don't know what to tell you. I can't believe someone just tried to use Herbert as a reference point. The guy who's literally been the most hit quarterback in the history of the NFL. Is this... Thank you so much, Joshua. I really appreciate it. All right. I uploaded that video. Now you guys said this game's on Amazon? I got to go to that game now. When is that game on? Is it at 30 or 15? Let me go to it. Let me unplug this. 5 more minutes. What time's the game on at then? What's the official kickoff time? Why does it not tell me? Oh, it says now. No. I got no favorites. Yeah, I think that is what it is. 7 o'clock local time for Chicago. For Chicago. All right. I didn't take any notes for that game. So I guess it doesn't matter. Now we get to listen to Al. What are you praying to the football gods for? For the Packers to win or not? Why do you want the Bears? Oh, wait. Do you want the Bears? I forget, because you are a Bears fan or for other reasons? Right. That's what I thought. Um, you thought my videos were script? You thought my videos are scripted? No way. Oh yeah, thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Can I change it or do I gotta exit out? You guys, do you guys know? I thought I could like. Oh, am I gonna have to? I am gonna have to exit out. I'm gonna lose all of you guys. I thought I was gonna be able to switch it. All right, let me exit out, and I will create a new one.